Did you tour with YG when you were part of 400?
Yeah.
For how many days did you guys do when you
Oh
guys did
man, that shit was months. That shit was months.
Fuck.
Was that intense? Was that hard?
Yeah. When you're on tour, any artist knows. When you're on tour, you're like, all right. When you're in the studio, let's put it like this. You're looking forward for the tour. Like, can't wait to go on tour because that's where the bag is. You're like enjoying the perks of
being a rapper.
Of
being an
that
artist.
and working, being in the studio. You know what I mean? So, but once you're in that on that tour. And it's just like junk food or whatever, you know. You miss that home cook.
How was YG treating you guys? Were you eating coffee grains like Tyrell was on tour?
Nah, we were lit. We were lit. Our tour bus was more lit than there was 3 tour buses. Our goon bus was lit. It just turned up, you know. That's madre y medio.
Right, but okay. So how long was that tour? A couple months?
Yeah, like 3-4 months, 3.5 months.
You felt like you were actually really a part of the 400 thing at that time. It felt like a real label and everything. Did that start to become less?
If you really
time?
think about it, like let's be facts. Like when it was me, Slim, you know, and all of us, that's when it was 400.
Right,
know?
that's when it was a movement.
Oh yeah. Now that I think about it, like
you feel me?
I get what you're saying because YG has new artists now, but I feel like he's never done a song like how you guys
like. Yeah,
you
we
guys
had
were,
stats like that stamp.
You fools were kicking it like homies,
it was
homies.
lit, yeah.
That was the original wave. And I don't know, do you put Kamaya in that wave too, or was she a little bit?
yeah.
Okay, so Slim, you and Kamaya was when everybody for the first time was like, oh shit, YG actually gonna really do this label exec thing and really sign artists. And I mean, three artists right there that everybody kind of really saw the potential in and was like, oh fuck, because even just being able to sign one talented artist, regardless of what happens to them in their career, kind of tells people a lot. It tells them that you're serious and everything. So it felt like a movement at that time, but then did that kind of start to slow down at a certain point, or?
It just jail slowed it down that vacation.
Do you feel like if you didn't go to jail, you'll still be part of 400 right now?
I mean, that was when I had just released an album. It went like ham on the streams, like it was My Evil Ways. Like literally, it was just I was about to go on another tour, my own tour. It was like the day they arrested me. I think them motherfuckers had it planned out. It was like the observatory, and then it was Papa's and beer, and then RJ's in my city was our special guest, and then I was gonna start off my tour, my Evil Ways tour, and then I got locked up. And then right after my tour, it was gonna be the whole YG tour, the one he did after, you know, Stay Dangerous. So it's like they got me on the timing. Like,
how frustrating is that when you're in jail and you see?
You already know.
Fuck.
You went from, you know, living it, chilling, you know,
pussy.
You know what I mean? All that. Like you're around all females. I mean, you're on tour, you know? So it's like now you're doing burpees with all the homies. You know what I mean?
Right. So damn, I'm on a diet. I'm trying to get in shape. That actually sounds pretty good right now. I'm doing some burpees.
You feel
yeah. Do a quick set.
Break you guys off.
Cut the camera. No, but damn, it's weird though because it's like in theory, you could go do your bit and come back out and everything should be still good with the label and everything like that, but you feel like they sort of lost motivation at a certain point while you were away?
The industry is more like time changes, you know? Like when you're doing time, you're just sitting, but time keeps going. Like there's new faces, new talent, new sounds and all that. So you feel me? Like when I got out, there was a whole bunch of new talent out here now, you know? So I mean, it's like, all right, like people, even if I would have gone out, like kept dropping in there, I was already getting ready to drop, you know? If I wouldn't have taken my deal, I was ready to do some like in jail shit, you know what I mean?
But I feel like, you know, a lot of artists get locked up for a year or two and they totally lose their buzz and then they like drop videos and nobody gives a fuck. Yeah. When you look at his numbers, you could still just drop a random video and do 1 million views, do a couple million views. It's kind of crazy.
You got to think about it. He was one of the first Latinos to ever, for him to be signed to YG was like, what the fuck?
The
like,
first asset was like
it was like, you're telling me this bald tatted cholo is signed to one of the most, and at the moment YG was probably top 3 in the West Coast, or probably
number 1 at the time. I mean, you always got to think about Kendrick and you know Tyler and shit like that. But as a street rapper,
he was deaf. And then he had you, Slim, and then he had a girl that was fresh out of jail, Kamaya. So it was like, oh, you have a squad full of goons and they can all rap and there's a buzz. And he's the only Latino, and he's bald, and he's tatted. Like, oh yeah, come on.
Yeah, those tours and that show, that fuck Donald Trump tour, that shit was lit. You know, there's something different.
Because people always appreciate or fascinated by when they see a Mexican fucking with black people as well. Like there's some percentage of people that are always going to see that and be like, oh shit, this is interesting, because like they have the memories of that being a lot less common. When you made the decision to sign with him, did that stand out to you at all? Like, oh, this is something different that maybe none of your friends had done before.
It's business, like music, you know. As an artist, this is all business, you know what I mean? Like, you're thinking of like your future, not your past. You're thinking of shit that's gonna get your kids situated and stuff like that, you know what I mean? So I'm thinking of a bigger perspective. I'm thinking like a businessman. I'm not thinking on a whole nother term or perspective, you feel me? So I was just like, oh, what? Like, let's do this, you know? And like he said, he was already lit, you know what I mean? Everybody was bumping him, so it was like, I'm like, nah, he was just another version of me, but just a brother, you know what I mean? He was just, but same gangster shit and all that, you know what I mean?
How often you talk now?
I'll be chopping it up with him here and there, you know what I mean? He's doing his thing, I'm doing mine, you know what I mean? It was like, not like how we were back then, like, it's damn near seeing him every day, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
All right, people, we just hit 300,000 subscribers. You know we're trying to hit 400,000 subscribers. So that little red button, tap it, tap in. We appreciate y'all.